Hey, welcome back to the Fit Survive channel. So I'm planning to take an international flight, it'll be about a 23-hour flight altogether. And so I've taken apart my EDC pack and I've repacked it for the flight. And so I'll show you guys kind of what I've brought along. So first of all, I chose again to use the Roaring Fire. It is a bit slimmer, a bit more comfortable, like especially on a long flight due to the size of it. So the Maxpedition cap is what I used to carry, but it's actually significantly larger. So you can fit more into it, but again, it's not gonna be as convenient simply because it's a lot thicker. All right, so let's go and go through this and I'll show you what I've chosen to fly with. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about my choices. So naturally, again, this is an EDC for flying. And so you're not gonna be seeing like any pocket knives or stuff like that. But still let me know what you guys think about the things I chose to carry. So I did bring along the Olight. This is their Arcfield Pro. Just recently reviewed this. So of course it has your typical light. You have a green laser and you have a UV light. And so the reason why I chose this flashlight is simply because of the slim profile. It's not round. Again, round flashlights take up more space. So this is a bit flatter. So I think I get plenty of use out of it compared to the size of it. All right, then next up is actually something new for me. So something that was sent to me not too long ago. This is the Atomic Bear. This is their Stealth Pin Pro. And so the reason why I chose to bring this pin along with me is because the frame of this, it has basically a ballistic nylon, which means that this shouldn't go off in the metal detector. Now the pocket clip is metallic and the tip here is aluminum. But anyways, with this, this ballistic nylon, I'm hoping there won't be any trouble with it. I mean, it still is a tactical pin. You see right here, the tip on this aluminum tip here. This is what they're calling their DNA collector. And so you can see it's really aggressive. I don't know if you'd call that serrated or what you'd call that tip. But anyways, we'll be testing that out here just a bit. So I like that it has the bolt action opening. It makes it very fidgety, makes it very pleasant. Definitely my favorite when it comes to pins is having the bolt action. So in the back, they have the tungsten carbide glass breaker, but I like that they have this rubber cap on top of it. So if you are using this for self-defense or for whatever reason, you don't have this big spiky tungsten carbide tip there, sticking out. There's actually a different tackle pin that I have where they don't have it on the top. And so you don't really get the advantage of getting to place your thumb on top. But anyways, this is good for breaking glass. So if you're in a car, and for whatever reason you need to break the glass to get out, you can use that tungsten carbide tip. So curious what you guys think. Will I be able to fly with this, or they're going to confiscate this from me? So anyways, really cool pin here. It does take the Parker G2 cartridges. And so I like that that is a very common cartridge. So this is the Schmidt P900. So let's go ahead and we'll take this outside real quick and we'll test this out on a pumpkin just to see how this DNA collector works. All right, so got the pumpkin. We have our Atomic Bear here. So once again here, this DNA collector. Also point out again that the rubber on the back makes this really convenient, comfortable for grabbing this kind of position. All right, right in the front, that is why this is called the DNA collector. So if you don't do a direct hit, you can see this does quite a bit of damage, even at sideways attack per se. All right, so no damage to the aluminum tip, but again, pumpkin's not too hard. So anyways, let's check and see if this still writes. Okay, yeah, no problem. So the cartridge is just fine after attacking that pumpkin. So anyways, we bring this along. I'm really curious if they're gonna let that fly or not. Here's something that I kind of debated back and forth about because I don't really need it on the flight. But basically this is the Soul Built. It's a permanent marker. And so it's also bolt action. You got the titanium body, titanium pocket clip. They even engraved my channel name here, Fit to Survive, on it. So, I mean, it's something I decided to bring along. I had the space for it. It doesn't take up any more space. So I decided to go ahead and bring that with me. Right here in the front, I have a small Fresnel lens. Again, it comes in, it'd be handy in some different situations. I don't really expect, again, to use that on the flight, but it's still something that I decided to bring along with me. All right, then a small Write in the Rain notepad. Again, you have a pen, got a notepad to go with that. Let's put it right here, make sure we have enough space for everything. All right, that's it here in the front section. Let's go and start in the front pocket. So this is where I put my passport. Traveling internationally, of course, I'm going to have a passport with me. And so I'll be bringing that along. All right, and then I have a small little, some Band-Aids here. There's all the Curad Performance Series. I like these because they got like a material kind of, instead of the plasticky rubbery kind of feeling. I like carrying those with me. So you see I got some different sizes. So some steri strips, a little bit of antibiotic ointment. So again, maybe overkill for an airplane carry, but I think it'll be good. All right, so that's it in the front pocket here as well. So this middle section is where I've put a lot of the more small kind of random items that I plan to bring along with me. So I brought some bubble gum. If you've ever flown, you know, like if your ear's not popping, chewing some bubble gum can really help to make sure your ears pop. So I brought some of those along. All right, also if you're familiar with flying, I got some of these are the Colgate Wisp, little it's like toothbrushes. They got some toothpaste built into them. It's really great for traveling. I got some of the floss rods as well. So a little bit of hygiene, of course, is going to come in handy. Everybody's going to appreciate that. So then as far as for pills, I've got some painkillers. See in the back, I got some painkillers. I've got some Benadryl for allergies. And I have the Dramamine, again, to be flying. And then lastly, I have some of the Pepto-Bismol and the tabs. I find these the easiest way to carry basically something for your stomach to make sure you don't have any symptoms while you travel. All right, so some pills there. And then as far as the lotions, I got just some really basic stuff, some skin lotion, some instant hand sanitizer. You're gonna be flying on an airplane, so it might come in handy. Some oral pain relief, good for like if you have a toothache, or even if it's just like a canker sore. The oral pain relief can actually really help with that, numbing it up. All right, and now these are survival tabs. And I wonder if that'd be causing any problems with the airplane. They look kind of weird. Anyways, so the survival tabs, they're kind of like a small meal per se. These are vanilla flavored. But anyways, I tend to get hypoglycemic if I don't eat regularly or whatever, anything like that. And so hopefully these will help out so I won't have to, ask for a Coke from the stewardess. So these are brought a couple of things here. Got the Gorilla Tape, the duct tape, and in the front you can also see this is the Kevlar string. So I must admit, I've carried Kevlar string into all of my EDC packs, but I've almost never used them. But anyways, I always carry them because I think, hey, you never know, it might come in handy. Need a really strong, really small string. But yeah, I've actually never used, out of everything that I carry, I've probably used everything except for the Kevlar string. But anyways, I still carry it, so who knows. Probably the day that I take it out of my packs will be the day that I need it. That's the way it works. All right, then I have some of this soap, which I bring this in every kit that I make. You can see it's just super small, super slim. You get some hand soap here. And so if you need to wash your hands, you don't have soap. I mean, this literally, it takes up no space. It just makes sense to bring this along in any pack. All right, I have a wet wipe. This is actually from Turkish Airlines. And so I'll be taking this back onto Turkish Airlines. All right, then I brought some of this Sugru, or how it's supposed to be pronounced, some moldable glue. Again, I don't expect I'll actually be needing this, but I decided to bring it along anyways. Basically what you do is you just mix it, and once it reacts with air, it eventually dries into almost like a malleable rubber. So anyways, bring it along for, who knows, just in case. Here's another thing I bring in and I put into every kit that I make. These are some compressed towelettes. All you do is you get them wet and they turn into like a wet wipe. Or if you just get them just slightly wet, they'll be almost more like toilet paper. All right, and then naturally got some cough drops, some Halls there. Nobody wants to listen to you cough on an airplane, right? All right, and then the last section here for what I've brought with me. This right here might be a bit, I don't know, unnecessary in many people's opinion, but I went ahead and packed it just because it's small enough. So this is basically a super small kit of Scrabble, and the pieces are like magnetic. If I can get this open, there we go. So open this up, and then down below here you have the letters, and they're magnetic, and so should be okay to play on an airplane. Anyways, 23-hour flight, and so my wife and I might play some Scrabble together. All right, got some cordage. This is the Titan Survivor cord. So it's the 550 cord that has the built-in fishing line. It has in the tinder and some like snare wire. So anyways, cordage always, you never know, come in handy. All right, then I have a Type-C to Type-C charging cable, and that is to go with the last thing in my pack here, which is the Nitecore. This is the NW5000. So this is the latest, if you want to call it, evolution of the the power banks that I carry. So I used to carry the Anchor. It's a 10,000 milliamp hour. You can see it's kind of chunky. It's really fat, even though it's got a small size like this. It's really fat, really heavy. Then I changed over to the Crave, and this is a lot slimmer, but you can see this is like the size of a cell phone. And so it actually takes quite a bit of space. And so now upgraded to the Nitecore. This is the NW5000. So as the name suggests, it has 5,000 milliamp hours. That should be more than enough for a flight, connecting this to my cell phone and so on. So several cool things about this. See in the front, this has wireless charging. It's also compatible with MagSafe. So if you have like iPhone, you can just stick it right to your iPhone and it charges wirelessly. If you have like an Android and your phone is compatible with wireless charging, and if you have a magnetic case, this will work just fine. I've actually tested this on my wife's Google Pixel 8 Pro, and it works just great on that. And so basically it has 15 watts wireless charging, whereas the corded charging is 20 watts. And so it does have like a quick charge for when you do the wired charging. So anyways, really cool. I like the design of it. On the back, you can see it has like this carbon fiber. It's a forged carbon fiber. It's actually really lightweight. It's only 120 grams. It's just under 12 millimeters thick. And so super slim. So cool thing about this is I'll be bringing my Samsung buds with me. And so I can just place that on here. And you see that starts charging the buds. So that red light lit up, white light right here. And so that's super convenient. I can charge, I have a Samsung, and so I can place my Samsung on here. My Samsung doesn't support the magnetic cases, but if I place my phone on here just correctly, it'll charge it as well. But I'll be bringing the cable because that might be simpler. I don't worry about it, getting disconnected. That's the advantage of the magnet, if your phone supports it, is once you get it adjusted just right, it snaps into place and it stays on. So they also claim that this is airline approved. I guess airlines reject certain power banks, I'm guessing. So anyways, we will be finding out here in a couple of days. Be traveling with this. We'll see how well it flies, if I have any issues with it. So this power bank here costs around like $70. And so not bad of an upgrade over my previous power banks. So anyways, that is everything that I'll be taking with me on the plane. So let me know what you think, maybe what I should have added, what was excessive, what I shouldn't have taken. And so let me know what you think about that. I will be trying to get a video on the airplane, be showing you guys how well I traveled, if they took away the tactical pin from me, if they didn't. And so we'll be seeing about that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And again, let me know what you guys think about this airplane EDC.